Under new head coach Brandon Fillion, Wilmington made its second straight trip to Hershey last fall before losing to Southern Columbia in the state championship game. The Greyhounds graduated a very talented senior class, including Jacob Yeoman, Robert Pontius, Cameron Merritt, Alex Ramirez, Colton Richards, Jordan Gray, Noah Hunt, and Jimmy Reed at various positions that were all region selections. The big advantage for the returning players is a practice against one of the best teams in the state the past 2 seasons. Wilmington has several returning starters, including, on offense, Junior McConaughey at wide receiver, Ethan Susan at running back, and Weston Fanko on the offensive line. On defense, McConaughey's back at defensive end, Shane Cox at linebacker, and Susan at cornerback. All 4 players will play a crucial role this season, as Wilmington has a young team, but they have several players that can step up right away. Those players include linemen John Takash, Marcus Tokar, Jake Chimiak, Connor Vascal, and Morgan Whiting. Fans should also keep an eye out on quarterback Kalen Bender, running back Darren Miller, wide receiver Braxton Shimrack, wide receiver Mason Reed, and fullback Henry Bem, as Wilmington looks like a solid team that could head back to Hershey this fall.
Well, we've had 2 great seasons. We're fortunate to have a program that has a lot of momentum with it, a program that's had success. And I think it would have been real easy, Tom, in the off season for the guys to maybe be a little bit complacent, after having those 2 years. But it's been the exact opposite. This is a group that's worked extremely hard, as we started after the new year and the winter conditioning, through the spring and the summer. It's a group that, has put forth a great effort. It's a group that's extremely coachable. So, our expectations, hey, we're trying to, focus on our vision. We're trying to be 1-0 every week. Well, there's no doubt about it. Losing 8 starters on both sides of the ball, we've got a number of people we've got to replace. And again, I think, the senior class dictates, the pace and the tempo of your team. So we'll certainly look to our senior captains, Junior McConaughey, Shane Cox, Jason Hess, and David Patton to be the leaders this year, and they're doing a great job with that so far. Well, I think if I've taken one thing from it, Tom, I think, that first year taught me to learn patience, be patient with things, trust in the process. Hey, don't have, too big of expectations in the summer, just kind of get things rolling. But, it's about learning, it's about teaching, and it's about patience. I would say it would be a big reflection and a big takeaway from year 1. Boy, it's a great question, and there certainly is for us. I think that, right now in the skilled positions and at the end positions, tight end and split end, I think we've got guys who are, either played a lot last year or were very much ready to play last year. I think where we're a little bit more inexperienced is at the line. I think that interior 5 is really going to be a key to not only our offensive success, but our season success this year.
Definitely our offensive and defensive line. It starts with the line. We've got a lot of new guys coming up, and we got the guys that can step up, and hopefully they do. I mean, I know they will, but got to be behind them. We're really important. We only have a few seniors, I think 7 or 8, and being captains, we have to lead a lot of younger guys. We have a lot of young guys coming back, and we just need to show them how to do it, show them experience. That's what we lack, is experience. The chemistry is going to be very important. We need to keep running plays over and over again, which we've been doing a lot, and we'll get there.
I think honestly it's going to be down to if we can just keep it kind of like the intensity rolling that we had the last couple of years, kind of keep that same mindset that we've had the last couple of years, not thinking that we're going to have a step down just because we're losing people, but that we can actually replace and even better ourselves every day. It's going to be really important, honestly, especially with one of our captains that won't even be able to play this year due to injury. So it's not even us, but even these younger guys can step in, kind of learn a leadership role that they can have. I think we have a lot of good chemistry right now, especially not a lot of teams have that off-field chemistry. You can just kind of mess around and have fun with a lot of people too. So I think that certainly helps a lot, not just that on-field mind tempo, but it's also everything else around it too.